What happens in general now, that is what was taking place for the past 2-3 days, is a lot of moisture that drifting in over Namibia, as well as over the sub-region. There was a low pressure system that was more persistent than over in the west, over the Atlantic. And during this type of systems, we normally have moisture drifting in from the upper air, drifting further over the lower surface areas. So it normally triggers a lot of showers and thunderstorms, which is a bit not very much common this time of the year, but there is always that possibility of some rain taking place. So the systems develop and then they weakens as it moves out. So that actually resulted in showers and thunder showers and a bit of coolness and that hazy conditions over the interior. We have a bit of trapping of moisture then in the mid levels. Yeah, what happened in general is that inversion it normally takes place in the atmosphere once the temperatures, instead of cooling as we go higher, it starts rising. So you will find that the gap in between, and then it causes that moisture is then trapped in a certain area. So in this case, over Namibia, it was over the mid-level areas where this was trapped, and normally it causes these conditions we call inversion. So instead of temperature to rise, cooling, it ends up rising, and therefore it causes that there's a band of cloud over a certain area for a longer period of time. Like now in this case, it was over 2-3 days, and that's why we had a bit of inversions and also a lot of coverage of clouds over the interior. We make use of satellite imageries, where that is updated every 10-15 minutes. We also have numerical products that gives at least in lead time of 3 to 5 days ahead. But what we have is the main activity is the observation stations, where we record weather observations, and that elements are temperature, pressure, wind, and that gives us the current information. So that is actually the most important part of it. So we always look at the network, what happens east of us, for example, further over Botswana, what is happening south of us over the parts of South Africa, and what happens also north of us, like for example over Angola. So all these systems comes into play because weather doesn't have boundaries, and therefore we should always be on the lookout what happens around our neighboring states as well as over the Atlantic.